Hey everyone, welcome back to Fluent Minds, the podcast where we talk all about real-life English learning, mindset, and how to become a confident speaker. I'm Alex
And I'm Jamie. It's so good to have you here. Whether you're out for a walk, commuting, or just chilling at home with your earbuds in, thanks for spending your time with us.
Seriously, we're excited about today's topic because it's something almost every English learner struggles with. We've heard this question so many times. How do I stop translating in my head? How do I start thinking in English like a native?
Exactly. If you've ever frozen in a conversation or had the perfect sentence in your language but couldn't say it in English, this episode is for you.
We're going to break it all down, step by step. Not just theory, but practical tips, real examples, and simple routines you can start today.
And we'll talk about the psychology behind it too, why your brain resists thinking in English, and how you can retrain it without burning out.
So get comfy, grab a drink, and let's dive into something that can truly change the way you experience English, from the inside out.
Exactly. So today we're giving you a clear step-by-step guide to thinking in English naturally. We'll explore the psychology behind language switching, talk about practical strategies, and share our own stories.
And we'll also break down some myths, answer your most common questions, and guide you through a few real-life examples you can try right away.
So whether you're a beginner or an advanced learner who still feels stuck translating, this episode is for you.
Stick around, because by the end of this episode, you'll have everything you need to start thinking and living in English.
Let's dive in. First, let's talk about why it feels almost impossible to think in English. You're not alone. This is something most learners struggle with, even after years of study.
And the truth is, it's not your fault. It's the way we've been taught. Memorization, translation, test-taking, those methods create a habit of switching, not thinking.
Think about it. If you learn apple equals say goo, your brain doesn't really understand apple. It understands the translation. So when you speak, you're doing mental gymnastics. First the image, then the Korean word, then the English word.
And under pressure, like during conversation, your brain just can't keep up. That's when you freeze, forget words, or say things that feel awkward.
Plus, there's fear. Fear of being wrong, of making mistakes. So your brain becomes cautious, and that slows you down even more.
What's important is to notice when this happens. Start being aware. Oh, I'm translating right now.
That awareness is the first step to breaking the habit. You can't change what you don't see.
And remember, bilingual kids don't learn by translating. They associate directly. That's what we're aiming for, direct understanding and usage.
Once you recognize this pattern, you can start creating new ones. That's what we'll guide you through today. Let's talk science for a second. Your brain is designed to adapt, and it literally rewires itself based on experience. This is called neuroplasticity.
Which means the more you experience English in real contexts, not as a school subject, but as a real language, the stronger those brain connections become.
Think of it like a hiking trail. If you always walk the translation path, that's the road that stays clear. But if you walk the English-only path, even if it's hard at first, it gets smoother over time.
That's why even 5 minutes a day of thinking in English can make a real difference, especially if it's consistent.
You don't need talent, you need input, output, and persistence.
And the good news is, this process becomes easier the more you do it. The hardest part is getting started. Step 1. Connect words to images, not translations. So now let's get into our 3-step method. Step 1. Link English words directly to meaning through images, sensations, and real-life associations.
For example, when you learn sun, don't think taeyang. Think of how the sun feels. Imagine sunlight on your skin.
Use visual dictionaries, real objects, even gestures. When you say cold, hug yourself. When you say fast, move your hand quickly.
You're teaching your brain that English has real-world value, not just translation value.
You can also use your phone to take photos of your day and label them in English. Breakfast, train, notebook, gym.
And here's a bonus tip. Keep an English object diary. Each day, pick one object, look at it, use it, and describe it fully in English.
This is my water bottle. It's blue. I take it to the gym, I drink from it after a workout.
The more sensory, the better. Add emotion if you can. I love this mug. My friend gave it to me. It feels warm in my hands.
Step 2. Talk to yourself in English, daily narration. Step 2. Talk to yourself. This is the most underrated technique in language learning.
I agree. And you don't need a partner. You just need curiosity and consistency.
You can narrate actions. I'm opening the fridge. I'm choosing an apple. This one looks sweet.
Or inner thoughts. I feel tired. I'm a little anxious. This meeting makes me nervous.
You can even talk to objects. Hello, plant. Are you thirsty?
I do that with my cat. It's silly, but it works. And it reduces anxiety.
If you're worried about grammar, don't be. Make mistakes. The goal is fluency, not perfection.
And it builds fluency faster than just studying textbooks.
Challenge yourself. Talk in English for 10 minutes every morning while preparing for the day.
Or record voice memos and listen later. You'll hear your progress.
Step 3. Automate with patterns. Step 3. Automate with patterns. Don't build sentences word by word. Use full expressions.
These are called chunks or collocations. Like, it depends on, I'm not sure, but let me think.
Make a personal list of useful phrases. Say them daily. Use them in imaginary conversations.
What do you think? That makes sense. Can I ask you something?
If you hear something good in a movie, write it down. Use it. Make it yours.
Repetition makes it automatic. Automatic means no translating. That's the goal.
Let's talk daily practice. You don't need 2 hours a day. You need 20 focused minutes.
Try this. 1. Morning. Describe your actions. 5 minutes. 2. Commute. Listen to real English. Podcast, YouTube. 5 to 10 minutes. Third night. Write a short diary. 5 minutes.
Add weekly reflection. What phrases did I use? What felt hard?
Use your environment. Label items at home with sticky notes.
Change your phone language to English. Watch YouTube with English subtitles.
Talk to AI, ChatGPT, Voice AI, apps like Elsa or Speaking Pal.
The key is integration. Don't make English something separate. Make it part of your world.
Let's answer some questions.
What if I don't know the word I need?
Describe it. That's a skill. It's a thing that keeps you warm. Jacket.
What if I make a mistake?
Great. Mistakes equals learning. Don't fear them. Use them.
Isn't this slow?
Actually, it's the fastest way to build real fluency. Speed comes after clarity.
Can I do this even if I'm a beginner?
Yes, start small. Even one sentence a day builds the muscle.
What if I feel silly?
Then you're doing it right. Stretching your comfort zone is part of the process.
Thinking in English is like learning to ride a bike. At first it feels wobbly and unnatural, but the more you do it, the smoother it gets.
Don't aim for perfection. Aim for presence. Be with the language every day.
You're not just learning English, you're becoming someone who lives in English.
It's a powerful identity shift, one that starts with one sentence at a time.
So pick up your phone, describe your lunch, talk to your pet, whisper your dreams in English.
And we'll be here cheering you on every step of the way.
Thanks for being here. Until next time, keep thinking, keep speaking.
And always remember, you're more fluent than you think.